Hi, welcome to Doris. In case if you're new here, my name is Doris. We are going to be closing out my August budget. I have two videos that show you the beginning of August, my May check-in, which is a little bit like a week behind, and then this is going to be my closeout. Every month I'm going to do three budget video, just to help me be accountable of what I'm spending and how my budget's being laid out. Just because I'm learning how to budget, I'm learning how to save, and these videos are going to be helping me do that, and hopefully it helps you as well. So my last two video, I talk about what I have for my incomes, my projected amount, and then my actual amount. My first check, the projected and actual amount is the same thing because I'm like 2 weeks ahead of my budget. I'm not a month and a half yet, I'm 2 weeks. So my last check from July roll over to pay my August bill, and then my first check from August is what I use. Both checks is what I used to pay my August bills, plus any kind of child support I may get. So that's what I was suspected, which was $4,260.52, and this is my actual amount was $3,638.69. What I got. Okay, these are my fixed bills. This is what I pay every month. Right now, I don't have a lot of variable bills just because I'm trying to be bare minimum as possible when it comes to my bill. That way I can be able to save money. My rent was $580 and I already paid that. I budgeted for my electricity from $180 and I paid $205.41. My phone, I budgeted for $49 and I paid $148.42. And for my fuel, I budgeted $360, and during my midweek, it was at $179.21. For my Amazon Prime, it's $8. For my household, which is like cleaning supply, I spent $43.28 out of the 100, and I used that. That was for cutting board. And then for my therapy, it's still $120. We go to therapy. With divorce, you need to go to therapy. So my kids and I go to therapy. So that's what that is. And then life insurance, this is from not my work. This is a private life insurance, $15. I do have 4 kids, so I want to have extra insurance in case something does happen, God forbid. And then my natural gas, I budgeted $60 and I paid $52.09. And then my Apple was the same amount. And then my kids allowance, I budgeted $60 and I did not give them anything. And then my food, I budgeted $900, and the last time I did my May check-in, it was at $451.82. Okay, and then the only thing that I only did my May check-in that was not on the beginning of the month is ASG, which is American Heritage Gross, is the troop my gross are in. The last previous month, I was saving up for that. My goal was to get 700, and I was able to save $200 for that. Well, the registration happened and I had to pay my national fee, and then my local fee I can pay it throughout the year, until like the last month when the year is over with. But my national fee I had to pay that, and that was $120 for that. And then on the bottom up here, I just had a lot of red and stuff down. I have wave, so this was what I was hoping my income would have been if I would have got child support. The total amount, so the total amount for child support I'm going to be receiving is $1,500. Then if I wouldn't have received it, this is what my income would have been. And then this was my bill, my total bill for all my projected amount. So then this is what I would have been left over without child support, and if I would have got child support for amount, this is what I would have been left over. So after I do all the adding from my income, this is what my income was for that. So then on this side of my budget, it is just sinking fund. My goal right now is to have my emergency fund filled up. So this is what I put in there. The last time was $216.43. And this is what my goal is for at the end of this month is to put $300 in there. And that is from me not overspending anything. So for my food, when I budgeted 9 something, I've been doing that and I've been trying to cut down. I actually went to the food pantry this month because I've been going over. I went for my food budget was like, at one point the total that I spent for a month on my food was $1,400. So I'm trying to cut that down. So I did went to the food pantry, and that brought my amount down, which was $451. And I'm gonna add up what I spent this week to that and find out if I'm under that. On the bottom up here, this is just my current debt that I have from credit cards. I did have to use credit cards after my ex-husband left me with nothing. So I had to pull that out to be able to pay a bill and keep on float. And I was glad I got this credit card because it actually does they help me a lot. On this side, my budget planner, it just have my expense tracker, and I've been doing that because the last couple of months I did not do that again. Like I took the paycheck, but it was blank. I did not do that at all. So this month I decided to utilize it because it actually did help me to see what I'm spending. So we're gonna finish filling this out, and we're also gonna come in here because there's some stuff I didn't add in here. Various expense, like back to school. I got workout clothes for Abigail, which is Academy right here. So this is the 64.94 that I got for her. So I need to add all of that, and figure out what I spent this month and see what how much I had left over. The only thing I did not talk about was on this we had this little notes just have $889.70. This was the balance from last month, from July. And it all in the same account right now, so I have to write it down. I need to open another account to just roll over all of whatever is left over and then split it up into things I need to split up. So I need to open a checking for emergency fund, and I need to open a checking for anything I'm planning on buying or saving for like American Heritage Girl that can go in there. That way I can better be able to keep track of everything because all of this runs in a one account, and it's a little bit hard. So there is something I took out of $216.43. That is what I put in my emergency fund. So I took that out. That left me with $672.74. So I'm going to add that to my $3,638.69 to give me all my income that I have for the month of August. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to finish filling this out. So for my car fuel, I was at 179.21, and then I refill my car, and I spent 75.38. 79.21 plus 75.38. So that was 254.59. That's what I spent on gas this month. Okay, take that away from 360. I was under 105.41. So that is what I really need a lot of space. I wrote that there. So this is what I have left over from the month of August. So I was under my budget. I did not go over, which is great. And I think the reason that is because I didn't have any kind of college. I'm just going to work and dropping Abigail off at school, and I haven't been doing anything this month. Like it's just so hot in Texas. I don't see like I just don't go out. Next thing we need to fill out is my food budget. So when I went grocery shopping, I spent 129.48 on there. So I'm just gonna add those two, and I know that's gonna be below my budget. 51.82 plus 129.48. Okay, so that is 581.30. So minus 900. So that gives me 318.70. Okay, that is what I have left over from there. Okay, so now I'm gonna add all of this up and see what my total amount is. So the total I spent for bill this month was $2,138.04. That was what I spent for bill. So now I'm gonna write that down. I'm just gonna use this space right here. 38.04. So that is what I spent on my. So this is what I spent on my bills. So I'm gonna come in here. There's some things I need to add in, like my Academy, which is the workout clothes I bought for Abigail, was $64.94 on there, and then I think that was all I spent this month. Next month I'm gonna be spending a lot for school stuff because I'm ordering homeschool stuff for the kids. So then I'm just gonna add that 64.94 4. So now there's 2. Let me just put that here. Total spent. Okay, so that is $2,202.98. So that is my total spend. So then I'm going to subtract that to my income and get my whatever I have saved over at the end of the month. So 3638.69. Y'all, this is great. I'm left over with $1,435.71. And that does not include the $600. So I'm going to add that on there. So 1435.71 plus 672.74. Total money that I have left over is $21.08.45. Okay, so I'm gonna split that up into different categories that I need. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some money and add it to my emergency fund. Um, my goal was to have $300. I think I'm gonna take 500 and add that to that. So let me take this out so it'll be easier to write a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna take $500 and add it to that. Okay, and the other thing I'm gonna do is I am going to take money out for my kids' homeschool curriculum. I don't have to buy anything for Abigail this year because she is going to public school. She is in public school, and then Sunny is going to be doing year 3, which is what Madison did last year. So I don't have to buy any of his material except for maybe grammar book and writing materials. Madison is the one I'm going to be spending money on because I have to buy all of year 4 material for her. But just with that, I'm only going to budget $200 for my kids' homeschool. I know that's cheap. I buy my books used. I don't buy new book unless it's cheaper than a used book or I cannot find a used book. 95% of my books are second hands, just because one, I'm cheap and it just is good for the environment to just recycle stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna budget $200 for that. Okay, so I'm gonna do $200. Okay, so now let's take 500 off, and then I take 200 off. Okay, that left me with 1,400. I don't know what to do with that 1,400 to tell you the truth. I don't know. I could pay one of my credit cards, but I also want to have in my emergency if I want to have my goal is to have 6 months of my bills in there. So I need to figure out what 6 months of my bill is, and then I can try to figure out what to do. I think I'm just gonna put the rest of the amount in my emergency fund until like when I budget next month, see what's going on. So I'm just gonna put all of that into my emergency fund. So that was plus 500. So that was 1,900. So I'm just gonna take that out. And 1908 40 oh 1908 45. So I'm gonna put all of that in my emergency fund, and that should help me just set stuff up. So then that will give me the total of plus 2216.43. So my total amount that I should have in account is $2,124.88. So that is what I have in my emergency fund. I feel like I got this. I got 6 months. Like so hard for me to express what I'm feeling right now, having savings. But I know I still have that credit card debt, but my goal is to have emergency fund set up and then I'll stop paying the credit card. So I guess I can do 3 months of emergency fund and then start working on a credit card instead of doing 6 months. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below if you have any kind of comment or anything that can better help me plan and help in my life. Thank you and have a blessed day.